Hi, I'm Rob Kazmark with Spirit Juice Studios on the south side of Chicago, giving you my review of the Zacuto Fee-N-G. Now the Fee-N-G is an over-the-shoulder style rig that's modeled after an E&G style camera. E&G stands for electronic news gathering. One of the most notable E&G style cameras, at least in my opinion, is the Sony Betacam, which I happen to have right here. Now there's a few defining features on an E&G camera such as this. One, it's mounted up on your shoulder to balance out the weight. Your right hand is gripping the camera to give you proper control over tilts, pans, or even just holding the camera steady as need be, while your left hand's free to adjust zoom and focus as your right eye sits in the viewfinder. Now this is a very classic and traditional way of shooting, which I personally love, but haven't been able to do so on DSLRs since there hasn't been a rig on the market that has accommodated that until the Zacuto Fee-N-G. Now the Fee-N-G has some of the same basic features. It sits up on your shoulder, only this time you have a weight and back to counterbalance the camera in front. Your right hand is gripping the camera to give you proper control. Your left hand's free to adjust zoom and focus. And if you're doing any sort of documentary or news style filming, you really want to have a seamless control over zoom and focus. And then your right eye sits in the viewfinder. Now I've had this for about 3 months and I've been very pleased. I actually took it all the way to China and I shot a music video and a documentary on it. I chose this rig versus some of my other ones because a lot of stuff was on the run and I need something with a small footprint. Now the Fee-N-G is only 20 inches long, so what that means is fully assembled, you can fit this directly into a duffel bag like so. Also what I like about it is it has 3 points of contact, so when you set it on the ground, you have a kickstand right beneath the EVF as one, your Zgrip, and then your counterweight and balance. So you set this on the ground, you don't have to worry about it tipping over, which is a great peace of mind when you have, expensive camera and lens on there. Also what I like about it is that the handle and back is directly in line vertically and horizontally with the lens, which gives you very precise control on low mode shooting. Also, you have 2 points of contact for adjustment. You have your Z mount and T mount, which allows you to, based on the accessories you have in your camera, perfectly balance it out. So it's not leaning to the left or to the right too much. It's perfectly even, which is great. Speaking of accessories, I have a few different accessories on here that I'd like to just tell you about briefly. One is the Evf and Z Finder. These are critical not only for this rig, but virtually any rig that you're shooting on. I use these on almost every shoot that I have. Second is the Zgrip glove. So your Zgrip right here is made out of like a hard texturized rubber, which works fine, but if you're shooting all day long and your hands can kind of get a little fatigued and a little sweaty, these Zgrip gloves are perfect. They're like 25 bucks, they slide right on. It's really a no-brainer when you're shooting. Also, I have a Manfrotto RC4 quick release plate. Now this is if you want to shoot or stick the whole camera on a tripod fully assembled. Because of your Z-Grip, you need something that's going to sit directly on, which I'll show you more how that works later. And then the fourth thing I have is the Oki USB mini controller. Now this works with all Canon DSLRs, and it plugs in the USB and essentially controls your start-stop, ISO, aperture, shutter, and digital zoom. It essentially acts just how your EOS utility would work when you plug it into the computer, but this is nicely mounted right into your Z-Grip, and it runs for about $250. Now this and all the accessories that I mentioned are available through Zacuto. So overall, these are some of the basic features of the Zacuto Fee-N-G. Let's take it out in the field and I'll show you how it performs out there. All right, one of the first shots I want to show you is mounting the Fee-N-G on a tripod. As I told you before, I have a Manfrotto RC4 quick release plate. So I already have the bottom on the tripod itself. It's really quick and easy. You simply just drop the camera on, you lock it in, and it's sturdy, it's ready to go. Let's see what our shot looks like. All right, let's see how the Fee-N-G performs on a basic pan. All right, let's see how the Zacuto Fee-N-G performs when you're trying to get a steady static shot on your shoulder. All right, let's see how the Fee-N-G performs in low mode shooting. All right, another great feature that I love about the Fee-N-G, and really any Zacuto product that uses the DSLR baseplate, is when you want to take your camera off, it's really quick and simple. Simply loosen and remove the knob on the quick release plate, undo your HDMI cable, and pull the camera up, and you can get a shot that, you know, would be very hard to get if it was still on the rig. Once you got your shot, it goes on just as simple as it came off. Stick it back on the DSLR base plate, tighten the lever, plug your HDMI cable back in, and you're ready to go. All right, well, we just got kicked out of the junkyard that we were filming in, so we're gonna finish up the review in this parking lot here by showing you how the Fee-N-G performs on an over-the-shoulder tracking shot. Well, this has been my review of the Zacuto Fee-N-G. I found this rig to be very useful in a variety of ways, most especially when I want to mimic the feel of an ENG style camera. I also love how small and compact this is, and like any Zacuto products, everything's scalable and interchangeable, so this whole rig can be taken apart and used to build out any number of configurations. And you gotta love that it's made in the USA and guaranteed for life. So if you want more information on the Zacuto Fee-N-G, check out zacuto.com. If you want more information on the work that we do at Spirit Juice Studios, check out spiritjuicestudios.com. Thanks.